Good morning, everyone. This is Nicole Ali, and I'm back with another video. I want to thank CYANLO Logan. Shout out to you, sis, for sending me this article. So as you can see from the title, they want to give robots civil rights, but the 3/5 policy is still in place. And they want to figure out a way to give robots ethical rights in the workplace. This was published on CNBC a few days ago. I'm not going to go through the whole article, but y'all know how I do. I'll put the link in the description box and you can go to the article yourself in your own time. They say here by the year 2025, robots and machines driven by artificial intelligence are predicted to perform half of all productive functions in the workplace. What is not clear is whether the robots will have any workers' rights. And we sit here struggling, people trying to get the universal basic income, the UBI, and people trying to get $15 an hour for a minimum wage, and they're talking about robots getting workers' rights. And I came to you recently, if you can go to my channel, you'll see I did a video about the burger flipping robot Flippy, and how all them white folks and stuff was in there all excited about this damn robot. So I've talked about AI, and has talked about this as well. I believe BGS has talked about this and how it's going to affect the work environment, how it will affect production, engineering, and so forth, as well as looking at CERN and Fermilab. But companies across many industries have already have robots in their workforce. DHL uses autonomous robots by Fetch Robotics to help fulfillment center and warehouse employees, while Toyota, Google, and Panasonic are among the companies that use Fetch's mobile manipulator technology in their research efforts. So yeah, DHL, I heard about that. There's Fetch Robotics. There's also, I think it's Boston Mechanics or something like that uses the military style robots for hauling heavy equipment across long distances. I could be wrong about the name, but Boston Mechanics or Boston Industries, whatever it is, y'all can look that up. Humans already have shown hatred towards robots. They showed that in the movie I, Robot with Will Smith, and then come to find out he was part robot himself, and a robot saved his life. But people have been seen in real life often kicking robot police resources over or knocking down delivery bots in hopes of reclaiming a feeling of security or superiority. So they have a mall robot, a mall cop robot. There have been articles about that. If you just look up mall cop robot or robot mall cop or something like that, you'll be able to see that yourself. These incidents of violence against machines are nothing new. Man has been at odds with machines for many decades. So it's quite a paradox, because men create these machines and then turn around and get mad at the machines for not doing their jobs. A robot is defined as a slave. That's literally what robot means. It's a machine that is equipped to do your job when you don't want to do your job. And if you look at slavery, you have a group of people that created the concept of slavery, but then got mad when the slaves didn't do what they wanted them to do. And those people who were released, so-called released from slavery and let go, now are in a position to be outdone by autonomous artificial intelligence that is taking our place, I should say. They go on to say, we kick the car when it does not operate. I've never done that. They must be talking about white folks here or pink folks here. They shove a vending machine when it does not dispense and bang at the sides of the printer when it does not produce a copy. What is new is that it will only be a matter of time before the automated creatures will feel this hostility and or feel the need to retaliate. And if we grant robots rights as quasi-citizens, will they be charged with assault and battery and legally responsible for the harm they may cause under criminal or civil law? Or should a robot's programmer be held jointly responsible? Now, this is really insulting and offensive and clearly wrong if it was something that was to be put forward, because you have a child like Jasmine Barnes who was just killed. She is a quote-unquote citizen, was a quote-unquote citizen, but you planning to give rights to inanimate objects with a computer chip. You had Danye Jones, who was hung in his mother's backyard, lynched, but you want to try to give AI a step up above people who are still considered 3/5 on the books. They say here that these acts of hostility and violence have no current legal consequence. Machines have no protected legal rights. But as robots develop more advanced artificial intelligence, empowering them to think and act like humans, legal standards need to change. Really? So they come down here. I'm not going to read through all of it, but they talk about how robots need rights too and all this mess. And I'm just going to skip down to the bottom here. Let's see. Okay, that is the bottom. They say considering the issues is an important step employers and employees must consider. We must consider? Really? We must consider. Okay. If our society hopes to achieve the singularity and symbiosis of machine integration into a workplace, there's that integration word again. In the next 5 to 10 years, we'll need an entirely new set of labor and employment laws affecting the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, unions, workplace violence, intellectual property, termination, downsizing, and family leave, not to mention a new set of social and workplace norms and best practices. Many may remember the hitchhiking robot that made headlines on its journey to cross the United States, only to be destroyed 2 weeks into its journey in Philadelphia. The robot did successfully travel across Canada before its ultimate demise. Some of this abuse stems from tomfoolery, some stems from pure vandalism, and some may stem from fear. Regardless of the reasoning, the abuse raises concerns regarding humans' ethics towards technology. As Peter W. Singer, a political scientist and author of Wired for War, has said, the rationale for robot rights is not a question for 2076, it's already a question for now. I don't give a fuck about no damn robots. You're going to try to give robots rights, like I said, but you have people who built this country, and you wouldn't have AI if you didn't have a country to build AI on. You're going to let them get rights. So you see how things are moving. And this is something that was discussed on a hangout. I think it was BGS's hangout. And people who were talking about, once again, talking about they want pure balance and all this type of stuff. Well, this is pure balance for you. For all your asses out there who want pure balance, who want, well, things should just be balanced. Okay, this is what you get when you want pure balance, because you're going to have robot communities, robot unions, robot workplace safety, robot, laws against robot workplace violence and harassment. I don't think it's right. I don't think it should come to pass. But I'm only one voice. The title tells you exactly what they want to do. Now is the time to figure out the ethical rights of robots in the workplace. AKA, we have figured out the ethical rights of robots in the workplace. This is another way for us to displace the niggas. This is another way for us to get rid of useless consumers who are of the wrong color in this country, and set precedent for other countries into the future. But I could be wrong. I don't know. A lot of things I've said, you may need some time to think about it. I hope people are thinking about these things. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think. You can email me as well. I know some of the topics I discuss are controversial or maybe a little bit questionable. You can email me at NicoleAli864@yahoo.com. That's NicoleAli864@yahoo.com. Y'all have a great day. Peace.